Hi guys, welcome back to iFashi. Today's video is about bust caging. We will be caging our cup corsets in this video. This is our pattern already drafted. There's a video of how we drafted this pattern that we previously posted. So this is just the cup part of it that I brought to this video, and then we have our boning, the sewable bone, and then my skin color crepe and our hairstay. You can also use wadding if you want yours to be fleshy. You can pad it up with foam or waddings. So the first thing I'll do now is to cut out my pieces that I'll be using. I'll just place the pattern on top of my fabric and cut out. So I'm cutting out 6 pieces, like 6 different bra cups, like 6 sets of bra cup. You know, a pair of bra cup is 2, so I'll be cutting 6 to make 3 pairs. So after cutting out the fabric, I'll cut on the hairstay as well. I'm cutting plenty because, like I said earlier, I will not be using a wadding. I will just double up the hairstay to make it thick. So after cutting, the next thing is to iron, and then I went ahead and ironed. While I'm ironing, the particular one that I will be doing the caging on will have more hairstays. It will be the thickest among them. The one that will serve as the lining will just be doubled, and the one that will serve on the outside will just be doubled. The other one will be well padded to be thick. So after ironing, the next thing now is to figure out which side faces each other. If you don't want to be confused, just introduce your pattern paper to tell you which side is facing which side. Then after that, I'll go ahead to the sewing machine and join the sides that is facing each other that needs to be joined, as you can see in the video. So the next thing is to go and join the sides of all of the cups, and I'll be right back. After joining, this is what I have. The next thing I'll do now is to iron out this middle part to give it a very neat finishing. Always press your seam. Any seam you make, press it. It makes your work very, very neat. So now this is what we have. I'll just go ahead, iron everything. Like I said earlier, the thickest one is the one I'll use for the caging. These other ones are not as thick as this. They will serve as the lining and the one on the outside. So I'll take them and keep them aside. And now I'll introduce my marker and the boning I'll be using. And then I'll mark out the edges. I just took half an inch all around the edges because I'll leave that side out to sew later on our corsets. So I don't want the bone to get up to this point, so I just measured half an inch all around my cup, and then I marked it out with a marker. After marking that out, I'll now go ahead and divide what I have on this left by 2, divide what I have, mark out the middle, and then just roughly mark out a straight line to mark the middle, and then that is what I'm doing. So there will be a bone in the middle on this red mark on the left and red mark on the right. When you're marking out this middle, try as much as possible to make it curvy. If it's curvy, it gives your cup a very fine look. So I'll go ahead and do the other one like that, and this is what I have. So now the next thing is to introduce my boning. This sewable bone that I'll be using, in order for me to be able to curve it perfectly, I would first of all mark out the measurement that would go around it and then cut it out. After cutting, I'll get my seam ripper to bring out the tip and then use my plier to drag just one. While the plier is holding one, you'll be straightening, like stretching the boning just to make it more flexible to go around when you're sewing. As you see me doing, this is just to make it flexible for you, like just kind of weaken it for you to be able to turn around, because when you don't do this, if you're turning your bone as you're sewing this, especially the round curved part, it will be difficult. So this makes it easier to sew around. That's the point of this. So the next thing I'll do now is to measure out all the bonings I need for the marks I made, and then cut them out and go to the sewing machine and start attaching the bones. Now, after doing that, the first thing I would start with is the straight lines, the line in the middle. I didn't bother marking that one out because we automatically know that we are going to add the boning to that joining in the middle. So first of all, join that one, go ahead and join the next straight lines, then join the round lines. You can do the round one first, but I feel like this is easier to be, because once you do the inside, the cup is getting curved already. When you're now doing that edge, it's a bit more difficult. So it's better to just finish with the whole of the inside, then you now do the round one. Whichever works for you anyways, you can do it like that. Bust caging is very simple. It's also very, very firm. It gives you a very fine bra cup. If you're making a corset for a busty person that probably wants their, because you know a regular bra cup has this shape on top that makes it difficult for you to cover your cleavage, especially for a client that wants their cleavages not to show. So you can now make your own bra cup by doing this bust caging to make it higher. You can decide to make it higher. You can decide to give it a curve on top. You can decide to just come up with anything while making this bust caging. And as we know, that cup cannot give you that high-end cover that this will give you. So that's one of the many advantages this bust caging has over the regular bra cup. As you can see, it is very neat, very strong, very firm. You can decide to flesh it after this by using a foam, that soft foam you use for your cup fleshing, but I will not be doing that. So I will just go ahead and do the second cup. This is the cover of the cup, like I said earlier. This is the part that will be showing on the outside. The joinings I made will not be the one on the outside. And then there is a third piece that will also serve as the lining. Now I'm done with the both of them. The next thing is to go ahead and iron the way I want it to be. The next thing I will do is to iron the cover on top of this one that we caged. So I will just introduce my hemming gum and place it on top of the one I just caged with the bones, and place this other cup on it and press it with iron. And this will serve as the one on the outside. And then the third piece I mentioned earlier will now serve as the one we will use to turn as the lining. So this is the lining. I'll just sew this upper part and flip it over. This will now serve as our lining. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing I did for the other cup on the other one, and then go to the sewing machine and sew. This is what we have after joining that upper part. This is what we have. I'll just go ahead and trim it off and then top stitch. You make a top stitch to give it a neater and flatter look. So after trimming, I'll just top stitch it and I'll be right back. After top stitching, this is what I have neatly sewn, and it's coming out very beautiful already. The next thing I'll do now is to iron out this upper part to make it very neat. You do not want your top stitch to be showing on the outside, so I'll just press it down and iron. I'll also go ahead and put hemming gum on it because it might not stay in one place. It might want to be coming out, so I'll just use my hemming gun and iron it, press it down. After pressing it down, guys, we have done the job in this bust caging already. Mold your cup the way you want it by using your iron to press it the way you remember that the boning inside obeys the iron. So you can use the iron to mold to the shape you want it to be, the curvy shape you want it to have. And the next thing now is to sew round the edges. And I just did that. I'll go ahead and trim it off. And the next thing is to attach it to our corset. This sewing corset video will be out soon. We only have the drafted video already in the page, so this sewing part will come up next. I just want us to get this bust caging part of the video first. So the next thing I'll do now is to attach this cup to this corset. It's very simple, guys. Just pin down the middle part, pin down the round part. You can decide to make a stitch first, but I'll just go ahead and sew it on top. Sew it all around be very careful. It can be difficult. This is why we left that 0.5 inches earlier when we were marking out with our marker, because that's the part that you will now join. See how neat it is? Very fine, very simple. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like this video. Thank you guys for watching to this point. And here's the results, guys. Very neat, very beautiful. Ignore the pins and the squeeze and the foldings. It's because this corset is obviously bigger than this mannequin, so I just fit it in, try to use pin to fit it in so that I can make the video of the results. Ignore the chalk as well. I'll be doing some bead work on this corset. That's why you have that chalk marks there. Just focus on the cup we just made. Look how beautiful it is. Thank you so much for watching, guys. See you in my next video. Bye.